greased up like Shiloh, greased up like Shamia's kids, baby. We greased up. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl. I need to hear myself. I was sounding like Britt Edie, like I was underwater because I could hear myself. Let me disconnect this. What's up, everybody? It's me. We are down here. Girl. It says it's not connected. It says it's not connected. So go ahead and like. Wait a minute. Let me see if this is the thing that was in here, because I lost my earbud. One of my earbuds. Girl, why won't it come out? I lost one of my earbuds and get out. I lost one of my earbuds and I have replaced them, but somebody in the comments was like, you're gonna find your earbuds in 30 days. And I thought this was the earbud that I found, but it's not. So anyways, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. So, girl, we are down here. Girl, we don't have nothing to talk about. I did see something this morning. Well, I saw it last night and I saved it because I said I wanted to talk about it. Amina Butterfly has moved to Germany, not because she wanted to, but because she lost her home in Los Angeles. So I want to listen to Amina Butterfly because she moved to, she's from Germany. I know she, that's where when we were first introduced to Amina Butterfly, who has a beautiful singing voice and she's very talented. Got those piano keys on her back. Love it. Anyways, she made a video saying that she moved to Germany. I said to myself, girl, that's probably the best place for your children to raise your children is in Germany. I got some new glasses, y'all. They on the way. We in the stack. We ain't beefing about no nigga. We want the racks. How'd you before we on his back? Pants tight down. He's a goner. Fake rich on the ground. We don't want him. Shout out to Keith Lee. He started a little trend, a little TikTok trend. It's all over the place. And shout out to Pluto for the song. Talking about if you listen to the whole song, it's so funny. The song is really funny because they're talking about dudes not being suitable because they all gay. That's how I see it. When I see men, I just assume all of them. I just assume they're gay. I don't assume men are straight. Like I said, everything in this system. That's why I'm going to talk about Amina. Everything in this system right here is upside down. So instead of running around thinking everybody's default setting is straight, you should operate from a space that people's default setting is queer and fluid and sexually fluid, and then they get like conditioned a little something. Okay, let me get my coffee together. Oh. Okay, so yeah, the thing with the men being gay, that's that song. But anyways, I wanted to see what Amina was talking about because she said the headline was, and I haven't listened to. All I heard was like a few seconds, and I was like, no, I want to watch it with y'all and listen to it with y'all. It says prosecutors have dropped attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, and aiding sex trafficking charges against Diddy Combs.
Removed instructions from the charge related to instructions. Removed instructions from the charge relating to, from the charge, instructions from the charge, not removing the charge. If you were removing the charge, it would say, we've dropped the charge, we've removed the charge. From the charge.
It says the prosecutor said they're no longer going to argue attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, aiding and abetting sex traffic as a liability for Sean Diddy Combs' racketeering charge. That was never the goal. They tarnished his image. Most people won't be associated with him anymore. They got exactly what they wanted. How can you charge him? These people are going back to his parties. I could see if they never went back, but they were going back like it was an amusement park. Already knew that much. Can't be mad at somebody for being freaky. Everyone about to mysteriously pass away. Clearly a DV abuse case. Where did they practice law? So he's about to be free. Got it. No, that means he lost. Whatever remains is easy to charge. Another attempt to keep us contained. Diddy pissed someone off and they had to teach him a lesson. Diddy parties back on and half the industry not invited. Now free R. Kelly and let him come live with you and your daughters. I knew this was going to happen. They taught a RICO charge that never existed. He paid for the abuse. Cassie took a check instead of criminal charges. He was on trial for his personal life with consenting adults. Somebody is clearly out to destroy him. Let's move on at this point. I don't care, never cared, because anyone with a brain knew this would happen. Worrying about this doesn't pay my bills. Next. Wait, so what are the charges? This literally was a waste, WAIST, of time. Diddy is about to sue the government. I hope he does. I pray he does. The way y'all be on the side of the villain is actually kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like, I grew up like watching Star Wars, right? Yeah, I always use Star Wars as a reference. It's one of my favorite movies, and it is a perfect hero's journey story. And here we go again, clean these damn glasses. But this time I got it. Darth Vader. Me and my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, loved Darth Vader. All black, coming through, sweeping around the corner, his fucking cape flowing as he walked through, stepped through, stormtroopers surrounding him, the little feeble-minded motherfuckers surrounding him while he walked through. Darth Vader was a bad motherfucker. You don't root for the villain. You don't necessarily root for the villain because, or be on the side of the villain, because they're the ones who are causing harm, right? They might come through, they might look good in all the black and the red and whatever colors that, they associate with the villain, the burgundy, the blood, and all the whatever. But you're not really on the side of the villain. What happens is, I think a lot of Black people just see Black men as a perpetual victim. And I have a saying, and I've been saying it for years, that the perpetual victim renders themselves useless to society. That's what I say. The perpetual victim renders himself useless to society. If you want to stay in a victim mode, and black people see Black men as a victim, even though Black women have endured the same things, right? But the Black man is the victim. He's the one that people are trying to take down. He's successful. And the what those people have described on that stand, whether they went back to work or not, because you back at work today too, and you don't want to be there. But you got to be there because you have children, right? And you have a lifestyle that you would like to maintain, right? So you back in that motherfucking office, you hate your fucking boss, you can't stand your boss. You would actually beat that motherfucker up if you could. You would flatten their tires if you could, right? But you back at work today, right? Exactly. So people go back to work for bosses that they don't particularly like, for and that's the thing. I've always, when I would see Puff, I would always see like a type A asshole. Like I knew that that is what he gave. Type A controlling asshole. And but that other stuff, the what he was doing with the baby oil and the GHB and the ketamine and the uh, what is it, pink coke and all that other stuff. No, I always knew, like even with Russell Simmons, I always knew that they were type A I about my business. I'm gonna get what I want, whatever I want, I'm going to get it, right? That's, I've always understood that about those men, right? But then when you hear about how they mistreated people and you hear about the contracts that he had with his artists and what he did, and he's just not a good person. Like, he's just not a good person. And the, I don't understand how, yes, you can like Puffy. Yes, you can love his contributions to culture. Yes, we love a Bad Boy remix. I mean, that's like part of our cult. I mean, that's part of a lot of, for Gen X too, a lot of it, like the party days. That was like Bad Boy remixes. You understand what I'm saying? But you still going up for him after you found out he's a weirdo freak? Not a weirdo. Now, I'm not talking about being a freak with the sex stuff. I'm talking about the harming people, the slutting people out, the trafficking people. So let's see what Amina Butterfly says. That's what I really came down here for. Um Too much. I'll be doing too much. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, the colors are pretty. All right. Girl, I'm girl, I'm saving this. That's hilarious. Okay, let's go to what I saved with Amina Butterfly. I just thought about that yesterday. I was like, if Puffy gets off, that's gonna be crazy. But I don't think he is. I honestly don't think. I think they have enough evidence. So it says Amina Butterfly hopped on TikTok and opened up about some financial struggles and revealed that she's currently staying with family in Germany with her kids. Socialites, let's send some encouraging words her way. This is from Hollywood Unlocked. And let's hear what she has to say. Day one, waking up in Germany after losing our home in LA. Me and my kids moved out of place, put our stuff in storage, or most of it in the trash, but some of it in the storage. And we don't have a home, y'all. But guess what? Thank God for family, because we're in Germany with my family. So you have a home. And we're going to be here till I figure it out. So my grandmother used to always say, as long as I'm alive, you always have a home. That's what she says. That's what she always used to say. I don't give a damn. As long as I'm alive, you always have somewhere to come, period. Because I will. You always have a home. Do. You have family, you always have a home. But the last couple of years have been so rough. And you see the United States and that nuclear family setup, it isolates so many women out of, trying to find this man, and it's just going to be me and you against the world. And it really that nuclear family isolates women from their communities, right? It does. And when the relationship breaks up with the man, now that woman literally is without her community, right? And you've taken on this man's name, you've changed your name to his family's name. Now you walking around with this nigga's family's name, and you can't go to them when the shit is over. I mean, some of y'all can. Some of y'all can go to the ex's family, but that's not your family. Just like Chantel telling Jackie, I'm gonna call my dad. And it's funny because she did that on purpose. She told her, I'm gonna call my dad because that's your man. And as much as you put your light-skinned daughter on a pedestal, you also saw her as a threat for the attention of your husband. Jackie is a weirdo. So when Chantel said, I'm going to call my daddy, that was like saying, I'm going to call my motherfucking man. I'm going to call your man. I'm going to call your man, and he's going to put you in check. And then she said, you can't call my husband. She said, bitch, are you crazy? That's my motherfucking father. Biological. Y'all just together in law. That's my biological blood. That's my blood. Y'all just together in law. That's my daddy. I call my daddy to put your motherfucking ass in check, bitch. You see how that triangle between the mother, the daughter, and the father, and the daughter that she put on the pedestal because she dismissed the dark-skinned daughter, and she's down to the internet. Just yesterday too, I saw her down to the internet talking about how her story is actually being played out. because I don't think that Chantel had the experience that the other daughter had. Because Chantel, because she's light skinned, was put on a pedestal, and because the other daughter is dark skinned, so Jackie shunned her. And this, we just speak plainly about it. Chantel doesn't like her mother, because if she wasn't her mother, she wouldn't be cool with her. She wouldn't be in her life. So when your mother starts getting beside herself, I'm gonna pull my father, because I know you will fall in line when I say I'm gonna call my daddy. I'm gonna call my daddy. He's my daddy. You might call him daddy, but that's my motherfucking father, bitch. And you see how Jackie got the fuck up out of there when Chantel said, I'm going to call my dad. And it's about to be a whole different story up in here. Let me call my dad. You ain't going to call my husband. Bitch, that's my blood. Girl, I loved it. I'm sorry. I understand Chantel and how she's feeling. Chantel, Vanna, whatever they calling her. I understand it. And what I've noticed is whenever a person is a child in the situation, y'all always seem to take the parent side, following in that hierarchical parenting style where you have to have this obligatory respect for somebody who doesn't respect you. Fuck that. Them days are over. You don't get respect if you don't give it, bitch. Now, should Chantel be on Basketball Wives? No, she shouldn't be on there. But if you on there and we're gonna see this mother-daughter toxic dynamic, let it roll. Let it roll. And while everybody is standing around watching how she's acting with her daughter, and her daughter verbalizing and being able to say, because bitch, I'm 30 years old, I'm a woman with children. So you might have the label as mother because I came out of your pussy, and Jackie Christie talking about that's my daughter, that's this, that's that. You want to disrespect me, but also lay claim on me, piss on me. You're my daughter. You don't get to do this and you don't get to do that. I'm a woman just like you. I have children just like you. So we are woman to woman looking. We're no longer mother and daughter. You just have that label, but you mistreated those children. And now they're speaking up for themselves, and you can't do a motherfucking thing about it. And I will call my dad, because he's the only one that could seem to put your ass in line. So I will call him. I will pull my dad into this shit. I sure will. Fuck around and find out. And my husband, bitch, that's my father. You don't have no blood relation to him. Girl, what are you talking about? I'm on Chantel's side. Sorry, I am. Should she be on the show? No. But as far as the way she's handling herself with Jackie, girl, and I see the people in the comments, you in it like Brandy, stay in a child's place. Bitch, I'm equivalent to all of y'all. We are damn near peers up in here. You don't tell me stay in a child's place. That hierarchy, you understand? Hierarchical parenting styles doesn't work. It does not work. Where you think I'm big, you're small, I'm smart, you're dumb, you're going to do what I say. That does not work. Shout out to Matilda. That does not work. When your child gets grown enough and they no longer need you to depend on for their survival, they're going to tell you about yourself. And if you don't like the story, you should have played a different role in their life. Some of y'all not going to like the story. And I tell you, a measurement on how well you parented your children is if when they no longer depend on you for their survival, they come around. They don't want nothing from you. They just want to be in your company. That's how you know you did well as a parent. When your children want to be around you, when they don't have to. A lot of your children grow up, and if you were a friend to them, a peer to them, they would never hold space with you, ever. You're awful. You're an awful person. And that's what Chantel sees Jackie like. Oh, I see how you are. I know how basketball wives work, and I know how y'all have to keep up shit. But what I'm seeing is the reason why I don't like my mother and how she's interacting with these women. I wouldn't be her friend. You're just my mother, because you gave birth. But if you were a friend, if you were a woman that I had to choose to be friends with, I would not choose you as a friend, girl. You're horrible, awful. And that's what she's seeing. And I think it's just keeping reminding her, like, I already don't like her. And now I see how she's acting with other people. Does Jackie have to defend um, Chantel with Brandy? No, she doesn't have to defend her. But you could say, well, chill with her, like chill out. Don't call her a child. And Jackie kind of did that. Like, she's not a child. Don't tell her to stay in a child's place. She's not a child. Chill out on that. But then the fact that that's like a nigga apologizing to your husband after he disrespected you. Brandy apologized to Jackie. Girl, you disrespected me. Why the fuck are you apologizing to my mother? Oh, because she's your mother. Girl, what the fuck does that have to do with it? I'm a grown ass over 30 years old. Apologize to me. You funky breath bitch. Everybody got funky breath. You know, Marlo tell everybody they breath stink. Marlo will tell you your breath stink in a heartbeat. I love it. Shout out to Marlo Hampton. I just had to get that in there because I was watching Basketball Wives last night, and I could see like a lot of people are not, they don't like that Chantel is there because they're like, let Jackie do what she does. But I think when she's watching Jackie do what she does, it reminds her like, oh, I really don't like you now because I don't like you as a mother. Now I'm really like, I'm in this seeing you with these women interact. I don't like that either. So it just is, everything you do is like, ugh, you getting on my fucking nerves. That's what it is. But everybody's always on the mother side because they operate in a hierarchy. Brandy disrespected Chantel and apologized to Jackie. That's like, again, like like hierarchy. It's very much patriarchal hierarchy systems at play. Just like when a man disrespects a woman, he goes to the husband and apologizes. You see that all the time on Love and Marriage Huntsville. They always go into the husband. You know, your wife, such, I apologize. I disrespected your wife. As if you're some type of property, right? Same thing. Anyway, so Amina opens up about financial struggles and staying with family in Germany. Quote, we are homeless. Okay, so let's listen to what she says. Germany after losing our home in LA. Me and my kids moved out of place, put our stuff in storage, or most of it in the trash, but some of it in the storage. And we don't have a home, y'all. But guess what? Thank God for family because we're in Germany with my family, and we're going to be here till I figure it out because I will, as I always do. But the last couple of years have been so rough, working my butt off, not making enough money, end up losing my place. And now we're staying with family until I know what I can figure out what's next. And don't ask me what that is because everybody's like, so what's the plan? I have no idea. I needed to freaking clear my head so I can come up with a plan. And all I know is we're happy, we're healthy, we're powerful, we're capable, and there's so much opportunity out there. And sometimes losing something is only taking you to the next place that you're meant to be. So we see what life has got in store for us. I'll be like this. No, but seriously, I threw my whole life in the trash. 80% of what we own, and I didn't own anything valuable anyway to begin with, but it feels very good to not have much, but have what's important, which is love. Never been materialistic anyway, and I only want what's valuable to me. Stay tuned for what's next. All right. So let's see what some of the comments say. Trust God. I'm praying for you. This is for Big Frida. Trust God. I'm praying for you and your family. I said Germany is a better place to raise and educate your children than in the U.S. hellhole. That's what I said. Like, I'm sorry. There's nothing in the world that I can go through that will make me want to get on the internet and tell my business. Well, you just suffer in silence, and you'll suffer thinking that you're the only one going through stuff. And when you come to the internet and use it as a form of sharing your story, documenting your life and sharing your story, other people can learn from it, or other people can understand like, oh, I'm not the only one going through this. A lot of people operate from when they're going through stuff from a place of shame and guilt, and that keeps people silent. And it also keeps you from accessing any resources that might be available to you because you're staying quiet about your pain. I've had to learn that. Stop keeping everything to yourself. Yes, most of the stuff, put it in a journal, right? Make a video, never post it, just make videos documenting stuff or whatever. You don't ever have to share it. You don't put it up, upload it somewhere, unlist it. You don't have to share everything, but a part of sharing as a global community that we are now in the internet, um, it lets people know that they're not alone. You're not alone. I'm going through this too. I'm doing this too. This is happening to me too. You're not alone, right? Oh, you too. She's going through it. Oh my God. She got her shit and moved. She said 80% of her stuff, and then she left some stuff in storage. Like I said, I'm decluttering, and I wish I could just go like this, and just everything that I don't need will just disappear. And everything that I need, I want to get to a place where I'm traveling lighter than I already travel lighter than I already travel, but also be able just to move freely. I feel like her moving to Germany would probably be better for her children than here. I honestly feel like the United States and its systems aren't conducive to human beings, all human beings. That's how I feel in my soul. I've said it before and I will say it again. I feel like if you backed up from this globe or disc, wherever side you're on, if you back up from this sphere, I feel like there's a black cloud hovering over Turtle Island, who's under the system of the United States Incorporated. I truly feel if you panned out, the aura around the United States is very dark. And for me, I've always felt like this is not this land. Like, yes, ancestors, indigenous, but it doesn't feel right under the system. Like the entire system needs to be dismantled. But capitalism is not going anywhere, and everything that feeds that machine is that is needed to feed that machine, including racism, bigotry, sexism, homophobia. All of that feeds that machine, and I really feel like the United States is not a place to be for people to be healthy and thrive. I don't remember where we were the other day, and we were in a parking lot. I don't know where we were, and everybody that was coming out of it was a restaurant. Damn it, I can't remember where we were. And I was like, "Have you ever noticed that everybody in America is shaped the same? That over processed, yes, food is processed, right? You take it from one state to the next, that's a processed food. But the over processed preservatives, it has people shaped like in a funny way. Like, you look at the way that Americans are shaped, and if they are living on a sad diet, a standard American diet, with the over processed, the nitrates, the sulfate, all that crap, all of those different ingredients on things. I was like, what the fuck is this, right? It's not a place to be. And then your health is compromised by how much you work, and then the healthcare system looks the way that it looks. It's just not really a place. I don't know. It just depends on, I guess, what your mission here is to do, or I think that's it. Just depends. It just depends. I just think under the system that the government is just really, it's just poor. It's really sad. I don't care what color it is, red or blue, whatever side of the binary they're on, both of them are equally as harmful. That's how I feel. And I feel like if you have an opportunity, like those whose parents, if you're a first generation or second generation, and you have parents that are from a different country, you should go see if you can get residency in those other countries. I would do it. If I had family in Germany, I would have been out. Girl, when I tell you, I would have been the fuck ASAP out of here. And it's probably a better place to raise your children. Their nervous systems won't be out of whack, just in this system. They don't have the things. You're not going to have to worry about the things. I'm telling you, you could raising your children in Germany is probably better than raising them in the United States of America. That's how I feel about it. I feel like she should stay there. You see Khalees moved to Kenya. She moved out of here. People are leaving. And there's this idea like, oh, my ancestors built this country. Okay, it's time to go home. It's time to go away. Your ancestors built a system that is actually harming you. Why are you going to hold on to it, whether they built it or not? Why are you trying to hold on to something that is actually harming, like a rose bush? I'm going to give you that visual every time. You're holding on to a rose bush, bleeding to death. It's so beautiful, is it? Let me read some more of the comments. Cardi B was right about Peter Guns when she lit him up at the reunion. And oddly enough, she ended up in the same situation. Crazy as hell, isn't it? Everyone is broke. Trust me, they're just not telling you. If she reads this comment, sign up for Outschool and Teachable. You can teach singing and vocal lessons to children virtually. The amount I pay for my kids' courses and tutoring on this site, you can absolutely make a decent salary virtually from home. And also, if you move out of this country, you can actually live in most parts of the world on half of what you make here. There's this idea, and it's so weird, and that's something that I had to understand too as I research what I think I need. When I come out of this system, you don't need it. What you think you need, you don't need it. That's why people's garages are packed up, because they think they need something to make their life better, and they use it a couple of times, and now it's in their garage. And now you got a garage full of stuff to look like you have this certain lifestyle. Just stuff. Just stuff. When I look at TikTok and I go to the TikTok shop and I just look, and it's like people selling, just selling, 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 selling. All day somebody's selling something, selling, selling, selling. What are you selling? What am I selling? Right? Pinky Roach clips. Shout out to the diva said I'm over here peddling Pinky Roach clips. Girl, that tickled the fuck out of me. I don't sell these, girl. But I do sell merch. I have merch. This is my little Face the Nation pouch. And I keep my little reefer and stuff when I do stuff. My little thing. What's in here? Oh, a lip gloss. When I go somewhere real quick and I gotta put some stuff in, right? This is really cute. Isn't this cute? And Erica Dinero TV on the bottom. So yeah, everybody's selling something, right? Everybody is selling something. But that's the state of this world. In this system, that's what it is. Buy, stuff. Show that you can buy a bunch of shit. Show that you can buy a bunch of shit. I see them girls and their bathrooms are full of all those like body lotions and stuff like that. I'm like, God damn. I was like, that you got every fragrance from the line. God damn, all the candles. Girl, the girls be buying up stuff. I remember when I was watching Jackie Ina pack up her stuff for the holidays. I was like, I just wonder how much stuff she has. I've adopted like a no waste, minimalist, like get rid of stuff. You don't need it. You don't. And it's not going to make your life better, girl. You just going to have it up for a couple of days and it's going to go in a box in the closet. Clothes, just a bunch of clothes. I told you we went to that thrift. It was like a thrift mart. All these clothes, just clothes and clothes. Like you literally don't have to buy clothes. Like you can literally go to a thrift store, the Goodwill, whatever. And there's so many clothes that people don't wear and use anymore. It's crazy. I told you I donated all my clothes. Like, okay, so Panorama came, wasn't wearing clothes, but there was clothes before the Panorama came that I had not worn. So then we get to the panorama, and now you're not wearing clothes. You don't need your work clothes. And I donated all my work clothes, my business casual. I was business casual girl, because I wore a uniform. Like I would just wear all black and a scarf. So I had like little black slacks here, little black shirts. It was always all black. I donated all that stuff, and anything that I had not worn before the panorama hit and we had that stay at home order, I donated all that stuff. All those shoes I hadn't worn them before it started, so I'm not going to definitely wear them now. So I really don't have any use for them. I didn't have any use for them. I literally got my entire closet, the entire side. There's nothing in there but coats, and I'm getting ready to donate London Fog, another little um like it's like a suede, and it's from like the 70s. They were like given to me. So I'm getting rid of stuff and only what I need, because I'm about to be moving around, like. And I'm so glad that I've always packed light. Like I'm not a person that likes stuff. Like I tell you, I get anxiety when I pass somebody's garage and it's packed full of stuff. My dad, his garage, oh my God, I'd be like, girl, you got everything, girl. I can't, like, get me out of here. It's too much shit in here. It's too much. Get it out of here. I don't like it. And then you think about, I don't know. I just feel like raising your children out of the United States, if you have the opportunity to, you should do it. You should do it. Then Peter Guns came out and he said this. I really thought we gave the world enough of our private life. However, the show must go on and this must be addressed. Please join me on my live at 1 p.m. Eastern. Peter Guns reposted the article and captioned. So what does Peter Guns have to say? So here's another video from Amina.
When I post with my ex-husband, I go viral. Yo, y'all be taking it so serious. It is so funny. I just looked at the comments. Counting your feelings, you think you know everything, and say shit like that. Meanwhile,
okay, it was a.
Do you see this? I got gray hair. Okay, I was young when I was in love and hip hop. I'm 42 years old. This is 10 plus years ago. And you're still on that? I mean, all I gotta do is make videos with my ex-husband and I go viral on TikTok, which equals, let's do another one, Peter Dance. I'm literally thinking, like, let me just make a funny video with my ex and not even thinking of numbers on TikTok. So, and this going viral, it was an accident, but I can get to 1 million views by posting with my ex. Okay, come on now. That may be my new niche because y'all are caught up and falling for that shit. And we are, well, I am collecting the dollars. Keep commenting, please. Keep commenting crazy shit. Long comments, please. Tell me all the shit you know about me. Keep it going.
Let's read some of the comments. I said, I wish I had a family in another country. I would have moved a long time ago. United States and its system is not a place for humans. And shout out to Jay is a gym. She said, absolutely, me too. Peter should be helping her. However, she can work too. It helps. Serious question. Is there a reason why she can't get a regular job? Because creatives don't want to be in a regular job. Y'all got to understand the mind of a creative. When, oh, I feel like crying, because when you put them in a 9 to 5, it really fucks with their creativity. Like, that's not a place for everybody. Everybody isn't employable in a 9 to 5 capitalistic type of situation. Nobody is built, not everybody is built for that, right? You think you're built for that because the system trains you to work. And that's not natural, especially for somebody who creates. She's a singer, she's a musician. That kind of, oh, you think she's going to be flipping burgers or sitting at a desk or answering the phone, that kind of stuff? No. Somebody did give her a good recommendation. Teach children how to sing online virtually. You can make a lot of money. You can make some money. And what you think you would need in the United States, you don't need that in Germany. You don't need that in other countries. It's not too many countries that are, the cost of living is like the same as the United States, where if you move to another country, you need to have the same amount. You need to make the same amount of money if you live in these other states or other countries. That's not the case. Like I said, there's not too many countries who are like this with the United States in terms of the cost of living. There are, right? There are other places to live that are as expensive as the United States. But the way that the United States, and the fact that there's so much homelessness, so many sick people, girl, this shit is not. It's not. The experiment it failed. It failed. The experiment failed. It failed. The people are sick. They can't even get access. They can't find homes. They can't get jobs. They treat the veterans like shit. They treat the women like shit. If you don't fall into a certain box and are not providing some type of inequitable free labor, I wanted to say free labor, but you're getting paid for the labor, but are you getting paid enough to live? People actually have full-time jobs, living in their cars. Is that the American dream? These are Americans, right? Is that the American dream? You have a 9 to 5 job, and then you telling other people, you just get a job. But I don't understand why you can't work. Everybody's not built like that. While you think we all came out of the fucking factory, we're not. Everybody's not built to, and everybody don't want to be like that, girl. And that's just what it is. Let me go back to the post because it's, as soon as it closes, girl, it refreshes. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Amina and read some of these comments. I don't know if Peter thinks it's a reflection of him that she lost her home, but they have 2 kids together, Corey and Bronx. And why would his mother name him Peter with his last name being Panky? Y'all thought that was funny? Peter Panky, girl. Shout out to Peter Guns, because I don't know if people expect him to do. I don't think Peter Guns got a lot of kids. Hey Siri, how many children? Hey Siri, how many children does Peter Guns have? 10 children. Peter Guns has 10 children. Corey, Whitney, Brandy, Kennedy, Phoenix, Jameson, Cass, Gunner, Corey, and Bronx. 10 children in the United States. Do you think that he can afford them? Hey Siri, what is Peter Guns' net worth?
I found this on the web.
$500,000. He's just a regular dude. That's a regular dude. Just regular. You think somebody who's worth $500,000 can afford 10 children in the United States? Especially trying to give the illusion that you live a certain lifestyle. Do you think he can actually afford them? He can't. He can't. I don't blame her. Get on TikTok, use fucking Peter Guns. If people are still talking about Tara. Ooh, you should have let him go. He wanted Tara. He didn't want you, and all this other stuff. And yes, they look stupid. You got them out here looking dumb. And what did you give them? Babies, nothing else. And ironically, Cardi B, the same thing. She could flip that fucking picture onto her and say the same thing. You got Offset had you out here looking dumb, and you're a smart girl. You're a talented girl. The same words Cardi B said to about Amina and Tara, she can turn around and say it to herself. And what did he give you? Babies. You know you ain't paying no rent. You know you're not paying a rent.
You know you're not paying their rent. He pays his part.
First off, do you know me?
He pays his part.
Girl, I tell you, when I tell you Cardi B dragged the fuck out of Peter Guns, baby.
Damn. Out of here.
You know who I am.
Switch.
You know who I am.
Old washed up that be bitches life
Yo,
up
and
and
you're-
their reputation.
listen.
She's a
The
talented
greatest
ass woman,
sweetheart.
and Tara's a smart ass woman, and you got them
Let me
looking
say
dumb
something.
on TV.
You don't know who you talking to. She said, I don't care. I know good and goddamn well I wouldn't have your sperm running through me.
But you're being very disrespectful right now. I
Well,
don't
thank
know
God
what-
none of your is in my bloodstream, because I'll be damned. Out of here.
You know who I am.
You the type of niggas I talk about. You need to get got for your fucking money. But then you find out these niggas don't have no money. Y'all are the fucking resource. Y'all are the stars. Y'all the ones that are making the money. Stephon Diggs is over there. Girl, Cardi B is acting a fool.
Virgos are leavers. Virgos will leave a relationship. Virgos will leave a friendship. Virgos will leave family alone. Virgos will leave a job. Virgos will leave situations alone. Virgos will leave, period. Can I get an amen? Virgos not sticking around nothing that doesn't suit them. Virgos not sticking around nothing that doesn't make sense. We will leave you alone. In a fucking heartbeat. Family, relationships, friends. Once we had enough, we had enough. And in our minds, once we've reached that point where we've had enough, that means you did too much, because we clearly gave you a chance and you fucked that chance up. So now you're not worthy of my time. I'm going to leave you alone. I don't care if you're a sister. I don't care if you're a brother. I don't care if you're a friend. I don't care if you're a relationship. I will leave you alone. There's no job out there that's more important than me. There's no friendship out there that's more important than me. There's no relationship out there that's more important than me. Virgos will leave your ass in a heartbeat. Virgos, stand up. Virgos are...
I just accidentally clicked on that. I did not mean to click on that. I just let it play. Let that be a warning. You shouldn't have time to go live when you're homeless. Turn live off and turn Indeed on. And that's what I'm saying. You were telling her to go get a regular job. She's a creative. This is actually a better medium for her. It's actually a better medium for her. She could actually start doing piano lessons on motherfucking TikTok. Girl, I mean, I feel like TikTok doesn't, I feel like you have to do a lot to get paid on TikTok more than you, like you can come down to YouTube and get, even though the percentage that they take is I feel like robbery. I feel like it's robbery, but it is what it is. That's why the people, anyway. She can make money online, creating online. She could do that. The thing is, once people get a taste of a certain lifestyle, they act like they can't work regular jobs. Your music career didn't pop off how you wanted, but how you homeless. UPS, FedEx, and Amazon are always hiring. Like that kind of stuff is just unrealistic to say to anybody. That literally made me want to vomit. Like, why would you tell Amina Butterfly? Like, she's clearly a creative person. You can look, I mean, it's just everything about her. Like, it's just like, girl, Amazon, you want to see Amina Butterfly running up some stairs, dropping a package off? Girl, no. She would be more suited for a job where she's able to create. Y'all want to put people, and that's it. Agents. Get in the box. Get in one of those little boxes under them fluorescent lights and get to work. Get to work. That's all they want you to do. Get to work. Nobody, oh, here's Peter. Nobody I love could ever be homeless, let alone my kids. Amina and I will speak on live because it seems to be the way she likes to communicate. 1 p.m. Eastern will be the first time I speak to her. And you saying that that's the first time you're going to speak to her is crazy as hell, because why don't you guys speak more often? Why are you not speaking often? Are you not involved? And I haven't even said once. Like, I'm saying, like, Peter could help her, but she can, like, I agree, she can work, but it has to be in line with, you don't put somebody like that in a box and tell them to get to work. That's insane to me. And that's how, it just shows me, I don't know. That just made me feel like how people fuck over creatives. But I just, whatever. You shouldn't have time. Even when you're down, even when you're down, a man will still embarrass you. Our culture has shamed 9 to 5 careers so much that some people refuse to be a 9 to 5er and actually get a job where they are a W-2 employee. You mean a contracted slave? That's what you mean. Is that what you mean? A W-2? Oh, okay. Why would we need to lead a live about this? Either help her or your kids, or don't. Baby, go be a singing coach or a music teacher or a yoga instructor. Start your new life in Germany and take your babies. This is it right here. Period. That's where I am with it. The United States is probably better. I mean, the Germany is probably way better for her. Let's see what else we have to talk about. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, let's go to let's see. Oh, that's time. That's our time. That's our time. That's our time. That's our time, y'all. They flashing the red light for me. They flashing the red light for your girl. It's time for me to go. So we have to come back for another video. I'm loving that I started on time. I feel so wonderful that now I can make another video and I don't have to super duper rush and make another video or make it later. And I can just make it back to back. Anyways, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the topics that we discussed. Peace.